Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want us to just do a few analysis of filters. So if it is your first time to come across my YouTube video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And then make sure that you follow me. You do everything that I do. What means any step for you to be to find yourself trading good trades, make sure that you do everything as I do. All right. Now we'll do New Zealand dollar versus the Canadian dollar. All I will do for you here, I'll just give you an analysis and then you continue with whatever you want. Now, I'm on a monthly time frame. I always say whatever you do, start from monthly time frame and get the direction of the market. Now that we can see that the market is heading down, therefore, what is it we have to do? We move to weekly time frame. Always remember, I mentioned earlier that whenever you start from higher time frame, you will actually know the direction of the market. You will know where the market is heading. Then it will be easy for you to find trades that are corresponding with the direction of the market. Now, what we will do, we will move to weekly time frame. From weekly time frame, we're going to check the structure of the market as well. And then we also want to see that weekly time frame is corresponding with monthly time frame. If weekly time frame and monthly time frame are not corresponding, then you're going to have a problem. So make sure that monthly time frame is corresponding with weekly time frame, and weekly time frame as well is corresponding with daily time frame. Now that we see on daily time frame, this is what we have right now on daily time frame. The market is pushing down. As it is pushing down, we have a lot of things that I mentioned in the previous videos, and also the things that I mentioned on the ebook. Here specifically, we had a broken support. The support was broken here. Why the support was broken here? It has two touches. Same thing that happened here. How many touches? Two touches. Our resistance was broken. Once a resistance is broken, it becomes a support. Once a support is broken, it becomes a resistance. So what is our expectations here, or what is it that I am expecting? I am expecting the market to reach this level, even though my line is not straight. But this is where I am expecting the market to reach, or this is where I'm expecting the TP. Now, if you look at what happened here, the market is coming all the way down. The only thing you have to do here is to just go with the market, go with the direction of the market. And I will also go deeper to show you that you can just use the pattern that I always share with you. It is up to you how you want to use. Now, let's move to roughly 12 hours so that we can see, let me highlight where the TP is. Where the reason why I'm placing the TP here, it is because of the broken resistance. Always remember that once a resistance is broken, it becomes a what? A support. So the market is heading down towards what? Towards the support. And again, besides the support, if you go to line chart, you'll realize that here we have a huge supply and demand on daily time frame. But this one is not tradable because it is very much big. So I will just observe the broken resistance as support because it is going to be the first time for the support. Therefore, let's move to 12 hours to check the structure of the market on 12 hours. Let's also highlight the broken support that's supposed to be tested as resistance. Here, we had a broken support that's supposed to be tested as a resistance. If I zoom in there, you'll notice that on 12-hour time frame, we have a continuation pattern. That means they are still continuing with the downtrend. That means they are still pushing the market down. So what they will do now, they will reach this resistance that was broken, and then they will test it as support. They will push up here to test the broken support as a resistance and the continuation pattern as well to push the market down as well. Now, let's move to 8 hours to check what is it we have on 8 hours. So remember, the time frames must correspond. On 8 hours, on the current price, we still have the continuation pattern as well. The continuation pattern that we have there, it is corresponding with what? It is corresponding with the broken support. So remember, once your support is broken, supposed to be tested as a resistance. So again, here, where the market supposed to test as a resistance, We have the continuation pattern that increase the chances of the market pushing down. Can you see that? Now, what I want us to do, I want us to move to 8 to 6 hours so that we can see what is it we have on 6 hours. Again, on 6 hours, we still have the same. If I zoom out, you can see the support. It is more visible now. It is more visible on 6 hour time frame. This is where it was broken. If you were to check my Facebook page, I posted this yesterday and show that the market is pushing down. Okay, fine. We're not gonna focus on that. Now, what I want you to look at, we had a broken resistance here. This is the resistance that was broken. It was broken just right here. Now, this is where the TP is. Once the market reaches this TP, there are higher the chance that it will push all the way up to this continuation pattern, and then it will break and go down. Why? Here, we had a broken support. The support is supposed to be tested as the resistance here. That will increase the chances of the market pushing down. You had a broken support, and then what is it you have here? You have a resistance that's supposed to be tested and a PCP at the same time. The PCP is fully tested and it was not tested before. That increases the chances of the market pushing down. Right. Let's move to 4 hour time frame. Let's move to 4 hour time frame. If you check on 4 hour time frame, we still have a continuation pattern that was not tested. After they tested after they created the continuation pattern, they just pushed all the way down. Now, what is it we have to do? We have to wait for the market to come back, and then we push the market down. Always remember, do not go against the direction of the market. I'll just go to smaller time frame as well until 30 minutes. Then we will look for roughly Nzdcad gold. Now, that you see here on 3 hour time frame, we still have the same thing. We still have the same thing, a continuation pattern. Let's check again. 2 hour, on 2 hour, we still have the same thing. Let's check on 1 hour, we still have we don't have the same thing, but you still have the broken support that's supposed to be tested as a resistance. That's 1 hour. Let's check on 30 minutes. On 30 minutes, you still have the broken resistance, but we also have a trend line there that has 2 touches that's supposed to be tested for the 3rd time so that we can find ourselves selling here. So how many touches do we have on the trend line? We have 2 touches. We have 2 touches. Here we go. We have 2 touches. Now, what we're waiting for is for the market to give us the 3rd touch. Where we're supposed to get the 3rd touch is where we have a broken support, and it's supposed to be tested as a resistance. Besides that, it's supposed to be tested. It's supposed to test the continuation pattern as well. Now, we have few patterns that correspond with the direction of the market on 30 minutes. Now, we will move to gold. Let's check gold. Let's check gold. We will do the same thing with gold. Just start from higher time frame. Do not forget to start from higher time frame. Whatever you do, start from higher time frame. The reason for starting from higher time frame is to check the actual direction of the market, and then whatever you're gonna be doing, you will move with the direction of the market. You're not gonna go against the direction of the market. You don't want to do that, and you don't want to find yourself doing that. Now, this is what we have on monthly time frame. Then I'll go to weekly. Let me just remove everything and go to weekly. Always remember, monthly, weekly, they must correspond. If they are not corresponding, we will have a problem. Okay, here we go. On weekly time frame, the market is showing that it's pushing up. I'll show you why it shows that. Here, we have the trend line. It appears on weekly. Let's check daily time frame. The reason why the market did not go down better is because of the broken support. I'm sorry, the broken resistance thing. Let's go to daily. You'll see. Let's go to daily. You'll see the broken resistance. Now, Look at this. This is the resistance that I'm talking about. Let me highlight for you. This is the resistance. This is the resistance. And then it was broken. Now the resistance was tested. The market is pushing up. The market is pushing up. It shows that the market is going up. The best thing that you can do, rather wait for your pattern to be fully formed here before you find yourself pushing the market up. That's the best thing that you can do right now on daily time frame. Let's move with the time frames and check what is actually happening. Let's move with the time frames to check what is actually happening. Here, we still have the same thing. Here is the broken resistance. It was broken. It became a supportive side. Unfortunately, if you remember, if you check, you watch the previous videos I shared on YouTube page on gold, I mentioned that the market will push a little bit down to the continuation pattern. If you know how to check a continuation pattern, you will notice that our continuation pattern was tested here. Let me show you the continuation pattern. This is what most people will say, here, take out this stuff, Look at this. I have to align the resistance here. Now, if I align the resistance, like this, instrument. So here is the resistance. It was broken. It was broken just a bit, and then left again. It was tested here. Can you see that? Now we had a broken resistance. It was tested as support. This is what we call break of structure. If you recall, or if you want had the ebook, you remember that I mentioned that according to my experience in the market, we do not have a takeout. That's what happened here. They left these P, C, P for a reason here. They know very well that people enjoy to trade what we call E, O, S. My D looks very, very much beautiful. That's break of structure. So we have people who decided to get in here and buy, and then they placed their stop loss right where they were supposed to get in as their entries. Why did the market push all the way down? It is because of this continuation pattern. I once mentioned that if you don't have any idea of what a continuation pattern is, go and check some of my videos on my YouTube channel. Or you can just go straight to my website and find a course there, you'll be certain. Now that you see, here's our resistance, it was broken. People are going to step in here and buy, and then later on, the market was going to kick them out. And remember, look at the time frame that we are using. This is 12-hour time frame. So many people will not get in on 12 hours on gold. I know how beginners think they are scared of trading on a higher time frame, but I always say people must learn to trade on a higher time frame so that you can see everything. If you were to go to roughly 4-hour downwards, you won't be able to see everything that I just shared here. That's the importance of trading on a higher time frame. The market is still pushing up. Let's go down with the time frames to check if the market is also corresponding with our higher time frames. Remember, monthly, weekly, daily, and 12 hours, they are also corresponding. Therefore, let's push down to verify the information we have. Okay. From 8 hours, we don't have much. What we will do, we will continue and go down. This is 8-hour time frame. We will move to 6-hour time frame. On 6-hour time frame, I mentioned in my ebook that in the beginning of a new trend, what is it you're going to get? You'll get a supply and demand. That's the beginning of a new trend. Now, I hate to draw so many lines on my chart, so I will use this one and just place it above like this. So now what is it? We have a new resistance that is about to be broken. They will break this resistance and go up. Now, if you had the ebook before, or if you have the ebook right now, you know that I mentioned that in the beginning of a new trend, that's where you're going to get supply and demand. Remember, everything that I share with you here is according to my experience. Now that you see here, in the beginning of a new trend, they left the supply and demand. They tested the resistance for the second time. Remember, I count resistance twice. If the market reached the resistance for the first time, I'll sell. If the market reached for the resistance for the second time, I take a sell. But from here, you won't find me in. Why is that? Because of the more touches they have on the support or on the resistance, the weaker the level. Okay, sure. Not gonna go deeper on that one. If you want that information, it is available on my YouTube channel. So here we have a supply and demand in the beginning of a new trend on 6-hour time frame. This red candlestick that you see tested the supply and demand. Now they are pushing the market up. 2 touches on the resistance, the higher the chance that they're gonna break up. Okay, sharp. You'll get me. Now, what we'll do, we'll go to 4-hour time frame to check everything. Let's also add the trend line here that was not tested. It has just 2 touches only. Can leave this trend line like this. And then move to 4-hour time frame. On 4-hour time frame, this is what you have. You can see here is your resistance, it is visible. Here is your resistance, again, it is visible. Now the market shows that, okay, we want to break and go up. All right, so what we will do, we continue to move with the direction of the market. Now we go to 3 hours. Now we go to 3 hours. On 3 hours, this is what I'm talking about. Can you see that already it's showing the signs of breaking up? Now that I'm on this time frame specific of which is 3 hours, now the supply and demand we had on around between 8 and 6 hours is now converted as a continuation pattern, and it was tested by this candlestick. What does that tells me? It tells me that, oh, well, now we are pushing up. This is what I'm talking about. Can you see it? Okay, fine. What to do from here now? Let's move along with the time frame. Let's move along with the time frame. I hope someday, guys, you will also understand why it is very much important to learn to use all the time frames. How many of you have the ebook? The ebook is available on my website. My website is www.forexdreamchasers.com. If you have the ebook here, let me know. If you have the ebook, let me know. And then I'll also show you a few things on gold. If you're out there, you want to find yourself making money, let me know. Let me know, show you something. How many of you have the ebook? Now that you see what happened here, let me zoom in again. That means you guys do not have the ebook. Here, we have another continuation pattern that was tested by this one. They are showing the signs of pushing up. This is 2-hour time frame, guys. This is 2-hour time frame. Let's move to 1 hour and see what is it we have on 1 hour time frame. Remember what I said, guys. I mentioned that, and this one is also available on my ebook, and you'll find me saying this one many times. Whenever I trade support and resistance, because I do trade support and resistance, I check the touches. So here's my touch, resistance, and I look for 2 touches on the. I don't go for more than 2 touches. If I found a resistance with 2 touches, I'm good with that. I'm not gonna get in. Instead, I'll wait for the market to break so that I can come back and buy or sell one of the 2. So now you can see how many touches? 2 touches. The market already went above. The market is already above the resistance. Always pay attention to the touches of the support or resistance if you are trading support and resistance. But if you will fail to do that, you know what's going to happen at the end of the day. Remember, I know most of you most of you have the previous information where you understand this thing of the more touches, the stronger the level, blah 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 blah, which is not true anymore. So yeah, let's move to 30 minutes and see on 30 minutes what is actually happening. See on 30 minutes what is actually happening. Well, everything is clear on 30 minutes. Hence, I mentioned that the market is pushing all the way up. The market is pushing all the way up. The best thing that you can do, move with the market. Now, don't make this mistake. Do not make this mistake of just jumping in here just because of you heard me saying the market is going up. You have a trend line, they can just spike down to the trend line and then they continue with the uptrend. So what you have to do here, Look for the pattern that you are trading. Look for the strategy that you are trading as the market is pushing up, and take trade based on the pattern or the strategy that you are using. If you don't want to find yourself taking losses. But if you are one of those who decide to jump in on a moving trend, then we are welcome to jump in here. You know what's going to happen at the end of the day. All right. Let's check another one. Let's check another one. Let's check another one. Not sure which one to check. We did New Zealand versus the Canadian dollar. Now we have gold. I don't know which one to check. Let's check Nzdcad. And then we take a few pairs. Always remember, don't just start on smaller time frame. Do not just start on smaller time frame. Start from higher time frame to check the actual direction of the market so that it will be easy for you to take trades that are corresponding with the direction of the market. Should it happen that you can't even read the direction of the market, then we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. Now what I see here, I see a continuation pattern. I'm on weekly time frame here now. The continuation pattern we had here, that means they are not showing signs of respecting it, but we will observe here's the continuation pattern. If they fail to respect this continuation pattern on weekly, definitely they are coming down to this one. What you will do here, you'll observe what is it they will leave here. They will push it down. Let's check on daily time frame. What is it we have? If we're going to get a continuation pattern, definitely they are going down. Now, what happened here? They left us a what? A support. Remember, I said to you, support must have two touches. Support, support. How many touches do we have? Two touches. If they are pushing the market down, they're going to break this support and come down to this continuation pattern. Let's go deeper to check to verify that. All I want us to do is to check the smaller time frames. Here, we're supposed to get a continuation pattern that caused the market to reject and go down. Let's go to 12. This is what I'm talking about. It must be easy for you to see a continuation pattern. Definitely, the market's going to break down. The reason why I'm saying that as well, already we have 3 touches on the support. It's 1, 2, 3. Why did the market push all the way up? Because of this continuation pattern. Now the market is going where? Down. We're going to break down. Should it happen that it doesn't break down, I'll show you what to do again. Thank you very much. I'll show you what to do again. Let's go to smaller time frame as well. You must also learn to use the time frame, guys. You must also learn to use the time frame. These time frames are also available in your MetaTrader 5. These time frames are also available in your MetaTrader 5. Let's go to 8 hours. 8 hours, we still have the continuation pattern and something else we have here, which is trend line. It shows that the market is going to push down. Okay, fine, no problem. Let's go to 6 hours. Again, on 6 hours, some of you they don't have much experience with continuation pattern. They will say, oh well, we're gonna respect this one because it's a continuation pattern and stuff. We're not gonna respect this one. The reason why we're not gonna respect this one, already it was tested by this candlestick. If you want to know the difference between a continuation pattern that was tested and a continuation pattern that was not tested, go to my YouTube channel. You will see the difference. Now, what I will do, I will also move along with the time frames and go down. Remember, the time frames must correspond. If your time frames are not corresponding, then we're going to have a problem. Let's go to 4 hour and focus on the actual trend. The market might push a little bit up to this level, and we might get a continuation pattern here as we are going down into time frame. Let me add the trend line that is also showing us that, oh well, we are pushing the market down. This is the trend line that I was talking about. Now, you have 2 patterns that shows that we're going to break. You have a continuation pattern that is available on a 12-hour time frame. What else do we have? A trend line. that is also available on 4 hour, and it will be more visible as we are going down into time frames. Now we have two patterns that show that the market is going down. Now let's move to 3 hours. This is 3 hours. This is what we have on 3 hours. I want us to check what actually happened here. Well, if this is what they did, they gap here, that means they will fill the gap. Let's go back to 4 hours. 4 hours, I said, there must be a continuation pattern here. Unfortunately, if I go to 3 hours, there's no continuation pattern. Instead, they gave us a gap. That gap must be filled. So they will go up and fill the gap. Let's go back to 3 hours. This is where the gap is. So they will fill the gap. And if you also want to add something like this, but this one, oh, well, it makes sense though. The trend line was broken. They will push all the way up and then they will continue with the downtime. We are done. Now, let's move to 2 hours. I can see the flag. Let's move to 2 hours. The reason why I'm not mentioning the flags, it is because of I don't use them. Remember, guys, the patterns that I use in the market are not the only thing that you can use for market. Yeah? I'm using the patterns that I prefer and they are working very nice for me. So if you're using other patterns, you're also good to trade them. There's nothing wrong with them. Just that as an individual, you must know which pattern we are good with, which pattern or strategy you want to use. Then we are good to go. This is what we have on 2 hours. Again, the gap is still visible. Therefore, what does that mean? The market will go and fill the gap and will continue with the actual direction of the market. And if you go to a line chart, you will notice something. You have a drop, base, drop. They will go back to the base and they will continue with their direction of the market. We are good to go. Now, let's move to 1 hour time frame. Let's move to 1 hour time frame. On 1 hour time frame, we still have the same thing. They will push up and come down. Okay. Let's check on 30 minutes. I don't want to be long, guys. I don't want to be long, but I'll see what I can do. Which pair can I check now? Which pair do you want me to check? Because we are done with this one. From the minute you reach 4 hour time frame, you must know the direction of the market. And then once you know the direction of the market, doesn't mean that you must jump in. So the best thing that you can do is to wait for the market to come back and test the level that you want so that you can find yourself buying or selling. It will depend on the direction of the market. Then we are good to go. Always remember, don't just buy or sell just because of you see the market is going down. Hence, I mentioned from this aspect that the market is going down, but will push up. Imagine you decide to say, oh, well, since all the market is going down, we're going to sell here. After selling here, the market will push up. Where are you going to place your stop loss if you sell here? Here. This is where they will push all the way up to fill the gap. Later on, if the market will hit your stop loss, you come crying and say, the broker was hunting my stop loss, you didn't even know what you were doing. You kept on making mistake after mistakes. So the best thing that you can do, once you notice that the market is going down, always pay attention to the pattern that you are trading. Always pay attention to the strategy that you are trading. You will be good to go. And do not make that mistake to go against the direction of the market. Hence, I also mentioned that the trend line will be more visible as we are going down with the time frames. Here is your first time touch. Here is your second time touch. This is where you find yourself selling. I'm not sure if we are moving together. Let's just check another random pair. I don't know which one, but I know that you guys love gold so much. You might even say gold again. We already did gold. We did New Zealand versus the Canadian dollar. We did gold. We did USD. We did Nzdcad. Which one to take again? Which one to take again? Any random pair, any random pair. Let's take GBP USD and see what is it we have on GBP USD. This is the last one. This is the last one. This is the last one. Always remember, guys, always remember, don't make that mistake to just trade on smaller time frame. The bonus poker if you trade on smaller time frame. And I will say this, if that you trade on smaller time frame and you are not even profitable, try to change how you approach the market. I'm on monthly time frame. Here's my resistance here. And then the market came down to the continuation pattern. The market is pushing up. Let's go to weekly. Let's go to weekly. We need to understand what actually happened here. The continuation pattern was tested. A resistance was broken. It's supposed to become a support. I'll add another line, but make sure that your chart is always clean. Here is a broken what? Resistance supposed to be tested as support. Let's move to daily. On daily time frame, this is what we have. On daily time frame, here is your resistance. Here is your resistance. You can see from the line chart. This is your resistance. And then another touch on the resistance. We have a continuation pattern here. Go and get the ebook so that you can understand what's going to happen here. Excuse me, let me go back to the line chart. Here is the continuation pattern. Two touches on the resistance. The market is coming down now on the time frame. It is coming down towards the broken resistance. They're going to test the broken resistance as support. And again, what else do we have? A continuation pattern. It shows that the market is still pushing up. Hence, I mentioned from the higher time frame that the market is an uptrend. And remember, as the market is an uptrend, don't mind the downtrend that you see here. This is what we call a pullback. The market will continue with the uptrend. Now, what is it you have to do? You go down, you wait for whatever strategy or pattern that you are trading in the market. Then you're going to be good to go. Let's go to 12 hours. On 12 hours, the market is currently on another resistance, of which is this one. I'll have to adjust this to the horizontal line and place it a little bit above. Now, what is it you see? A resistance here. It was broken. The market is currently on that resistance. The market will break this resistance and come down. Okay, fine. If you don't understand, you'll understand something. Now, look at this. We had a broken trend line. Let me remove the horizontal line. We had a broken trend line. Trend line, it has two touches on 12 hours. Here is the first time. Here is the second time. It was broken on the third time where you're supposed to sell. And then on the third time, what is it you have on daily time frame? A continuation pattern. They are higher the chance that the market will reach this level and reverse. Okay, fine. Let's go to 8-hour time frame. I'll zoom in. This is 8-hour time frame. Hence, I mentioned that the market is going down. They will break this resistance. You will see. Don't worry. Now, we must find something here. Break of structure. If you were to check, support, broken, resistance. It's a downtrend. Let's go. Here is your broken support. And then once you have that broken support, wait for the market to come back and test. Don't just jump in here and sell. Wait for the market to come back and test. If you check or you move along, you had a broken support, and then what else? You had a continuation pattern on your left-hand side. Remember, I always say whatever you have on your left-hand side, you need to pay attention to it. So the market was going down, and then the market decided to just change in direction here. Why is that? It's because of what they left on our left-hand side. Fine. Let's go to 4-hour time frame. This is 4-hour time frame. What happened on 4-hour time frame? Continuation pattern. I'm sorry. Support. It was broken. And then again here, we have a PCP. If you don't know what a PCP is, go and check some of my videos. And then you have a PCP, we have a support that was broken and a PCP at the same time. And then now they gave us a resistance. Where is the market heading? We go down to the year. All right, guys. Good night.